Nicky Hawkins outside the Emirates, West Ham Fan TV. We're going to do a bit of a match reaction tonight because we're not going to get back to the studio. It's very late now. Boys, that was another game of two halves, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate. Game of two halves. Yeah, first half really good, 0-0. Second half, terrible, mate. Yeah.
I thought we showed a lot of fight in the first half. Like, there's a lot of players out there putting tackles in, especially Czech, Noble, Masuaku as well. But yeah, I mean, like, you're right. It was a game of two halves. It was like the old West Ham one half and this West Ham we're used to now. It's getting ridiculous now. There's just no fight. Like I said, the first half we showed so much fight. Second half there was nothing there.
It's disappointing. I mean, you come to Arsenal, you're not going to expect to beat Arsenal. I said it was going to be an uphill struggle, but this is the fifth defeat in a row. And first half, it just felt like something was going to happen. It felt like we was going to nick a goal. We didn't nick a goal. We barely threatened the goalkeeper that, let's be honest, what he done very well. But he's their third choice goalkeeper. Someone like that you've got to be testing.
You're right there, we didn't test him enough, and the thing is we had a couple of opportunities to test him and we didn't, and it's just poor decisions once again. I mean, like I said, I can't even remember any real chances in the first half. I mean, we was in the game. Arsenal, it was both teams looked nervous at times, and the home crowd were getting on Arsenal's back a little bit when they was making mistakes. Decisions weren't going against them, and that's what you want to do when you come to a ground like this. I mean, last season we come here, and as you know, we won 2-0, but this year Arsenal ain't in the greatest form. They've won 2 games since February the 11th, and it was Sutton and Lincoln. And I said to my mate today, if you want to end a record, don't worry, we're coming into town, because everyone seems to do it against us, and it's...
No, you know what, Nick? I think you're right, mate. I think you're right. I didn't expect to get anything today, to be honest. Maybe scrape a point. But the thing is, the first 45 minutes went to plan. I think that's what I'm saying to you. But then the second half, we just sort of capitulated. Someone's defending at times just horrific. Honestly, I don't know what. I just can't work out how we can sort of go from that first half. And is it the fact that Antonio come off like injured?
Yeah.
He's obviously had an injury, isn't he?
I was just about to say that. I mean, Antonio coming off, it must have been an injury, because I thought we had a really good first half. It was good to see him back, but whether Billick's just thought, let's shore it up a bit, save him for Saturday, which is a bigger game. But we were still in the game, and even 1-0 down, I mean, we both said it, 1-0 down, then players just turned round and they didn't look like they give a shit.
Well, the first goal, I mean, it looked like a bit of a suspicion of handball, I thought, from I think it was Bellerin. But after that, Randolph has just chucked it in his own net. And to be fair, that ain't the first time in the last few weeks. He might be lacking a bit of confidence. Maybe time for Adrian to come back in and finish off the rest of the season with us, because he's been our number one for so long. He had a little bit of a wobble. Randolph has come in, and he's not doing that great at the moment.
No, mate, you're right, mate. We need to change up. I said it all on though, Nick. We've got two number 2 keepers. We haven't got a world class goalie,
You don't even need a world class goalie, mate. You need a decent goalie. That's it.
That first, you're right. That first shot, I don't know what he's doing there. He's got to do better there, hasn't he? That first shot, hit across him like that. It's just poor, mate. Yeah, poor around. The first goal was poor. The second goal was poor. All 3 goals are just poor to concede, Nick. Really poor to concede.
What I don't understand is why he took Carroll off. Why? I don't understand. You're bringing Sacco on. Take off someone like Ayew. Leave Carroll on there. We
was 1-0 down when he took him on.
1-0
down. I mean, so you got to leave him on, Carroll, haven't you?
Yeah, the chance straight after.
Yeah. And I said, as soon as they take Carroll off, we're going to start putting long balls in the box. And what do we do? Long balls. And who's there? There's no one there to fucking. It's so frustrating. It's frustrating, mate. The whole thing is there's no plan B, is there really?
Well, do you know what? One of our mistakes today, Tom. I think we've come here and we've tried to play football with them. And you can't do that with Arsenal. Like as in bad form they are. I mean, our football playing at times this season has been absolutely awful. It wasn't much better tonight. You need to come here, and what you need to do, you need to get in amongst them. You need to put big balls in the box, get bodies around the big man, and hope something drops for you, hope something deflects, hope something, and we don't do that. We don't do that at all, and it's worrying to me because we're 7 games away now from the end of the season, and we look like we're in pre-season mode still. That's the fitness we've got.
Lanzini, for me today, he played well with me. He tried to create things. He's got no one around him to help him. There's no similar sort of players. I mean, Snodgrass come on, he might as well gone straight off. I heard a few people say it. I mean, I was not excited when we signed him, but I thought, all right, he's a proven Premier League player, what we need. But he's been poor. Jose Font, again, for me, was poor again. Collins, he had an all right game, but we've got the two probably slowest centre-backs in the Premiership. That's, and we are missing Ogbonna, Reed, and it's worrying. Creswell's out now for a little while. Masuaku done well today. I thought he had a good game. Byram, he had a comfortable game. Nothing too spectacular, but nothing's too stupid either.
To be honest with you, mate, I'm going to disagree with you. I thought Byram was poor. I'm not saying it's his fault, the kid. Every time he got the ball,
Sanchez and Ozil.
I know, mate, but he gave the ball away too much. There was no fault in his passing.
Who was in front of Byram?
No, there was no one. Do you know what? I don't know where they are. We don't go forward. We don't come back. I don't know where we are in terms of a team, and that's what I'm saying. 60 minutes, we're playing out of our arses again. That's what you do in pre-season. What are these fitness coaches doing? What are they doing in training? Shooting. That's all I fucking ever see them doing. Shooting.
I think there needs to be a big shake-up, not only on the pitch but in the backroom staff as well. I mean, if Bilici's going to stay, he needs to change his backroom staff. I mean, because you got people there like, I can't even pronounce their names. I don't even know what half of them do. I mean, Julian Dix, legend, but he don't seem like he's involved in this. I can imagine Julian wanting to be involved, but it don't look like he is allowed to be involved. And someone like Julian Dix, I can't imagine him sitting in the change room not giving them a fucking bollocking if he was allowed to. But I don't think he is. And you need people like, they need to shake that backroom staff up a bit. I mean, Chris Woods, I don't really know. He's no connections with West Ham. But the goalkeeper's been poor. We've got, like you said, we've got 2 second-rate goalkeepers. They're not world-class goalkeepers.
It's off the game, but every player that's left our club on loan or actually left has said about how easy our training is, or how easy our training is. Oxford even put a thing out about how hard he's getting trained at Reading, and that's a Championship club. Yeah. They've got a chance coming up in the playoffs. He's saying how hard if their training's hard in the Championship, what is going on at our place? I don't get it, and not just him. Zaza said it. Every player that's left
we've heard stories before that people turn up and say, I don't want to train today, I'll just go in the gym and sit on the bike for an hour and then fuck off home. You can't be doing that. I mean, this is one thing I would say with Big Sam, is he used to have him training twice a day sometimes, especially after a defeat. And I don't know what's going to go on with Bilic, but I personally like him to stay. But
if these stories are true, and I'm going to say this now, I'm not a big supporter of Bilic. Tactically, he don't do enough for me. He looks lost at times. I thought last season was a bit of a carryover from the previous season, I think, in terms of fitness and things like that. But he doesn't do enough for me, and he doesn't seem to right the wrongs every week. We see the same things happening week in, week out. The fitness, there's nothing you can do about it now. You can't even get them fit again. But I want someone in that club who's a massive disciplinarian, a man manager, a fitness manager, someone who knows the importance of being absolutely 100% fit. This ain't Turkey, mate. No. This ain't international football either. International football is the same. This is the Premier League. This is 100 miles an hour. Them Arsenal players were walking around us at times. Walking around us. It was a training game. And I'm not going to come here and expect to beat Arsenal. We can't beat Arsenal on our best day sometimes.
But it's not saying, mate. The first 45 minutes, dude. Do you know what I mean?
We did. No, I don't think we matched them. They was lacking in confidence. Yeah. We defended well.
No, we did match them.
But you've got to get bodies around that box. You've got to nick a goal. If you didn't nick a goal, it was sapped all their energy away.
That's the problem.
2-0 down. We got a 2-0 down, and you've got half an hour to go, right? 2-0 down at our place last season. Within a flash, we was 3-2 up. That's how easy it can happen, especially with Andy Carroll in the box,
but
right?
That's the thing.
And it took a ball boy to come on and get the ball for them. They didn't even want to walk over to the sideline and get the ball.
The thing is, with last season, mate, we had fight and we had players like Payet. As much as people don't like him, he's a game changer. I know this season he wasn't great, but that's the difference between last season and this season. You can't have people going the spirit of bowling. We had a good team last year. We had fighters. You had 2 players like Lanzini and Payet. You had Cech. You had Noble in the best form of his career.
Tompkins.
You had everyone fighting last season. This season, there's no fight, and it's not only now. I remember going back to the Southampton game. If you watch post-match fight Southampton at home, we lost 3-0. We went 3-0 down and everyone done the same thing. Turned around, walked off, hands on hips, didn't give a shit.
And you know the most disgusting thing is only about 3 or 4 of them players come afterwards to clap us.
It's always the same.
And it is absolutely disgusting. You know what I mean? We've just been like, the second half performance was awful. The 3 foul. I know it's not far, Arsenal. Do you know what I mean, for us? maybe half hour on the train, but only three.
Yeah, but Hull's far, and they've done the same thing there.
Only 3 or 4 players to come over and clap. It's disgusting, mate. It's fucking disgusting.
Their third goal, Giroud, world class, great finish.
But what is a man doing having 3 touches inside a penalty area without anyone near enough 5 yards away from him?
I know. Well, I know there's no positives to take for tonight. The only positives, I mean, first half, great performance. Good to see Sacco back. Hopefully now he could get us maybe start on Saturday.
Does he want to pull his does he want to pull his shorts up in the eye? Did you notice that, or is it just
Simon Sacco? No, but look, if he gets a start and he scores a couple of goals and he keeps us up, whatever he's done in the beginning of the season, we'll forget about that. You know, that's what fans are like. But it's a massive, massive game on Saturday. Now, every game's massive, but this is massive. Now, we lose to Swansea, then I think we'll go down. I personally think we will go down. I think there'll be no fight, no confidence. Bilic will probably get sacked, and we'll probably end up with someone running the team who we don't know. And then we'll go down in the Championship, and then I can't see us coming back. And that's the truth, because if we go down, we are screwed. We are screwed. Big time. Believe me. And let's see how much that players love the club, because they'll be soon fucking off to other Premiership clubs, not caring about us. But us fans, you know, we'll be there week in, week out in the Championship. But look, let's just hope
let's
there's
a long way to go yet. But they've got to roll up their sleeves and really fight for that result.
But we've been saying that for the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, we have, mate. Yeah, I know. I understand.
Their sleeves can't get any higher.
No, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it. People people underestimate the likes of Reed, Ogbonna, and players like that. You know what I mean? Antonio, if he's out again for another 4 weeks, risking him at Arsenal, I wouldn't have risked him tonight. You know what I mean? Like, you got a better chance to beat Swansea than you have Arsenal away. But who knows? I really can't. And it's frightening. It's terrifying.
The thing is, the only positive tonight results went our way. For other teams. Just about. I mean, Swansea were 1-0 up until the last knockings of the game, and they lost, I think it was 3-1, wasn't it? I mean, imagine they won 1-0 tonight, what would we be saying now? I think you'd be jumping off that bridge, mate. But look, we'll be there Saturday. We need a result. It's obvious, and not even a point's good enough on Saturday. We need to get all 3, and them players just need to turn up and give 110% what we want them to do.
We keep saying that, Ryan. We keep saying they're going to give 110%, mate. But they're not. I mean, it's that second half. It's just lacklustre. It's just so poor. I mean, you know what? I just can't get my head around it. I just can't get my head around how poor they were. I mean, no, there was a few good eggs in there, but Lanzini, Noble, but mate, I just can't.
It makes it hard to keep on to the good eggs, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. When they must be thinking to themselves, what have we got to do? And Lanzini was running up. He was running past players, and he was like, "Who's up here with me?" And they had like 4 Arsenal players behind the ball, and he was like, "Who's running up with?" He just skimmed 3 players, and he's got no one to pass it to. And you've got Snodgrass just sort of strolling up, and it's just awful.
Bring back Faguli.
Fuck Faguli. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us for this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match reaction. We'll be back, obviously, for the Swansea game. That is a massive, massive game now. All the previews, everything else that goes along with that will be up in the next couple of days. But let's keep on fighting the fight and hope and pray that we don't get dragged into it. Anyway, boys, one thing left to say. Come on, you Irons.